Another post-match reaction. Here we are again, another Arsenal loss. Just like that, we're out of the FA Cup, so really it's looking less and less likely that we're going to get anything out of this season. The last few games have been absolutely terrible. Today, I thought we didn't play that badly, but attacking-wise in the final third, it was disgusting. We couldn't capitalize on a Liverpool team with no Salah, no Van Dijk. Who else were they missing? Szoboszlai, the quite rotated team at the Emirates. If we can't beat them, then are we ever going to really beat them? Just thought it was so poor before the game. I saw the lineup, was not convinced at all. I'm starting to get sick of these four centre backs in defence. Kivior, we all know, doesn't offer anything attacking wise. Honestly didn't even know if he's really there. He plays maybe a couple cute passes sideways, but besides that, sort of just taking up space. Defensively isn't even that convincing as well, which is meant to be what he's there for, his MO, like why he justifies being in the team. Doesn't do it well. Ben White, defensively, one-on-one is starting to look a bit sus. Attacking-wise, hasn't offered anything all season, and I need to see a difference. Zinchenko isn't the be-all, end-all. I think we need someone a little bit more dynamic. Honestly, I'd even chuck Cedric for now, at least to get something from fullback. You see Liverpool, Alexander-Arnold smashing the post, putting in balls, putting in good passes, through balls. At least there's some option, there's some outlet. Even Joe Gomez, I thought he was the second best fullback today. You at least see him trying to be dynamic, taking some long shots, doing something that makes us have to question how they play. I'm done with these four centre backs. Unless if it's Jurriën Timber coming back, who I think can play there, or Tomiyasu, who's at least dynamic enough to be able to play fullback, I'm done. I don't want to see Kivior as a left back anymore. I'd rather chuck in Cedric at left back and just see what happens, or play Saka there. We'll get to Saka later, but change something because I don't want to see four centre backs anymore. Then you move into the midfield, Jorginho, Rice. I think it's good if you're away from home and you're trying to maybe nick a 1-0, or you're even happy with a point. But this isn't a league game. A draw would mean we go back to Anfield and have to play there. We'll probably lose. So we needed to be on the front foot. I think Jorginho and Rice, they just don't create enough. They're sort of, all of our sort of attacking play was around them. To be fair, I'm not going to put too much on them because we did create a lot, and that's definitely not the issue. But they just don't give us that many options. I don't really want Jorginho and Rice playing together as well. Could Smith Rowe not get any minutes until the 88th? I'm not the biggest Smith Rowe fan. He's been injured a lot. His rhythm's not there. I get that. He's not on form. But on his day, his quality, he's one of the players who a few seasons ago scored double-digit goals in the league for us. And a lot of those were off the bench. Yet he's not even getting those minutes off the bench. Nelson, to be fair, I think his quality isn't there, but I think of the three attackers, probably tried the hardest. Put in some good passes into Havertz, etc. Was lively, was trying to get onto the ball. So I'm not even going to talk about him. He was rotation, whatever. I thought he was unjustifiably subbed. I think if anyone should have been subbed, it should have been Saka. Offered nothing, had so many chances. I don't know what's happened to him. At least earlier in the season, he wasn't creating chances. He wasn't dynamic, but he was putting chances away. Now, nothing. He can't even look like he can get a shot on target. Can't even control the ball. Just going into row Z, row L, row 3500. I don't even know what I'm saying. But he needs to be able to find his form. Otherwise, I'd say drop him for a game or two. Honestly, the whole attack, Havertz as well, terrible in front of goal. But we know this. We know he's not a clinical striker. We know he's maybe going to help with chance creation, which, to be fair, again, he did. He put the ball on the plate for Saka. If he scores that, we go 1-0 up. Maybe we don't even talk about our blunt attack. We just say we moved on and that's it. But, he also had a lot of chances, didn't bury any of them. And I don't think Arteta even knows what he wants to do up front. Against Fulham, Jesus was on the bench. And Nketiah starts. Today we don't have Jesus, Havertz starts. So you'd think if our main striker was available and Eddie still started over him, he'd be justified starting again. I don't know. I think there needs to be a lot of change, and I think we need to make things quick, do things quickly in this transfer window. Um, a lot of people are calling for a striker, me as well. I don't want this to sound like I don't want a striker. I just don't know if it would help us for most games. Today it definitely would have, because we had so many opportunities. But often enough, our chance creation is terrible. And I think maybe even more important than a striker for the whole 38 game season, we need a more dynamic 8. I want to see Rice as a 6. I don't want to see him as an 8. I want to see, maybe a Milinkovic Savic type 8. Of course, we're probably not going to get that in January. I'm going to put a wild shout, a Modric type 8. Someone who can play box to box, chance create, get some goals, and make us look better, provide us more one-on-ones. How often do we actually get really good opportunities like Liverpool had? We'll get into that later. But how often? Nelson, to be fair, Ramsdale with an absolute ping, put it on Nelson's lap. Poor touch. He should have scored there. So maybe I want to retract. Retract's right. Nelson definitely should have done better. So he definitely deserves some of the blame as well. He had a really good opportunity, didn't really convert. While I'm on the quick topic of Ramsdale, before I keep ranting and going too many different ways, I think he was the only one. Maybe Saliba as well had some really good tackles, had some sloppy moments, but Ramsdale definitely can keep his head held high. I want to see him starting from now. I want to see him starting. I don't want Raya in for a while. Ramsdale, that save he made when it was 0-0, I think it was Luis Diaz shot. Raya's not saving that. Raya is not saving that. He's so unathletic. He's so slow, unagile. I want to see Ramsdale in. Shot stopping wise, I think Ramsdale's much better. His distribution today was quality as well. And I really don't rate Raya. I think we'll have that conversation a little bit later, but I really don't rate him, and I want to see Ramsdale coming back into it. Honestly, personally, I wouldn't even want to waste the 27 million partial, what is it? No, opportunity to buy. My word, it's, I woke up at 3:30, my brain's not working. Possibility to buy. You know what I mean? The option to buy. There we go. I don't want to waste that 27 mil. I don't. And I think I saw Fabrizio Romano say Arsenal have already locked into it. I think that's poor moves. I would rather a 10 million keeper come off the bench, have Ramsdale as the number 1, and we improve other areas of the team. But going back to it, I think we need a left 8. We do need a striker. My fear is if we get a clinical bagsman, are they going to fit in Arteta's system? When he inherited the team, we had a Aubameyang Golden Boot winner. Quickly, that broke out. Aubameyang was shipped out. He likes that Jesus, being able to create. Ivan Toney can do that as well, to be fair to him. But I don't know if we create enough right now. And I think of the people who should be creating aren't held accountable. Odegaard, Martinelli, Saka. And we don't have any fullbacks that create. So those 3 need to start putting just put our strikers' opportunities on a plate for them. Today it was fair, but Havertz, I'm not even going to talk about this because we know he shouldn't be playing striker. Maybe I thought there was a possibility, but he's just not clinical enough and it's just not going to work. We've seen that. We're done. Other 3 need to start creating more. If that happens, then I'd understand prioritizing a striker. Otherwise, we need to just start creating chances, playing nice football again. Honestly, my mind's lost. I don't even know what I'm saying at this point, so take it with a pinch of salt. Basically what I'm saying, get a left 8, get a striker. I'd prioritize the left 8 if it's someone that's quality. If it's 2 loans or something like that, then I guess a striker would be just as important. But that left 8 is a massive hole in our system, and we need a dynamic fullback. A Cancelo type, someone who can just get up and down, put in good balls, put in something different, and just mix it up. As well today, talk about putting in good balls. How many games have we had where all we did was cross it into the box and nothing happened? And then today we have Havertz in the middle, who's 6'3", whatever he is. He's tall. And we put barely any. I feel like we do things that don't cater the player, and then when that player who comes who could possibly benefit from that, just, I don't know. It's all a bit of a mess. Starting to look less and less likely that we get anything out of this season. We're going to have to hope for something in the Champions League. Not very optimistic of that. Premier League, I've said it, I don't see Liverpool dropping off. I don't see Man City. They both end the season typically on a really good run. Can we do that? I don't think so. I don't even know where our next damn win's going to come from. Better get a run to match City. Not even match. We have to overdo or you know, win more. You know what I mean. I'm tired. Whatever. Please let me know what you thought. I can't believe we're already out of the FA Cup. We're out of the Carabao. Silverware's out of the question pretty much, unless there's a good run in the Champions League, but I'm not expecting that. Let me know what you think. What do you want to see in the transfer window? I might try and make some videos on that to see what we need. Doesn't look like there's any talk that we're bringing anyone in yet. I would have loved to see Marcos Leonardo, who went to Benfica. Not for right now, but I think someone who could have been huge for us long-term in the 9, and then maybe we could have got someone older to just be a stopgap. But that's not the case. That's not the case. Let me know. Please like and subscribe. Just take care of yourselves. If you're an Arsenal fan, go do something. Go for a walk. Eat some good food. Do what you got to do. Take care. Peace.